गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। कैसे हैं सब? कैसे चल रही है आपकी पढ़ाई? कबीर, वॉइस आ रही है? आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ, आ रही है।
ठीक है। ओके, तो आज आपने आंसर्स लिखे। क्वेश्चन था कि कैसे डू यू एग्री विद मैक्स वेबर। उसका आइडिया जो है ब्यूरोक्रेसी कि उसमें कैसे पोटेंशियल है कि वो आयन केज में तब्दील हो सकती है। तो इसमें आपको आंसर को जस्टिफाई करना था। अब आपको क्वेश्चन देख के ये समझ में आता है कि हम वेबर के ब्यूरोक्रेसी जो कंसेप्ट है उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। और वहाँ पे उसने ब्यूरोक्रेसी के बारे में बात करते टाइम एक पॉसिबिलिटी बताई थी कि किस तरीके से ब्यूरोक्रेटिक सिस्टम जो है वो एक आयन केज में कन्वर्ट हो सकता है। तो ये आपको पता है कि टॉपिक कौन से सिलेबस में से कहाँ से आया है। अब क्वेश्चन को डिसाइफर करिए। नॉलेज है, आपको कंसेप्ट क्लियर है, बढ़िया। लेकिन क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है आपसे? डू यू एग्री? ऐसे वाले क्वेश्चन जहाँ पे आपका ओपिनियन या फिर आपका कमेंट मांगते हैं, तो वहाँ पे इवैल्यूएटर या फिर पेपर सेटर आपसे ये सुनना चाहता है, आपको दोनों तरफ के आर्गुमेंट्स देने। यस, पोटेंशियल, देयर इज अ पोटेंशियल, बट हाउएवर देयर आर सर्टेन थिंग्स आल्सो। जस्टिफाई करने का मतलब आपको अपने आर्गुमेंट्स को बैक करना है एग्जांपल के साथ। ठीक है? तो ये आपको क्वेश्चन इंटरप्रिटेशन और डिसाइफर पे काम करना है नॉलेज के आगे। कि आपको पता है कंसेप्ट, इट इज गुड, बट उसके आगे क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछना क्या चाह रहे हैं वो आप लिख दोगे। तो
English, sir,
आप
English.
ओके जगदीश, we will try to keep it bilingual, but sometimes I will use some words of Hindi because it is natural for me, but we will try to keep it in English. So you have to keep in mind that when you are answering such questions, you have to interpret the question correctly. You have to write according to the demand of the question. It asks from you the opinion that Max Weber gave this idea and he thought that it has potential. Do you agree or not? So you have to present both views. So the suitable structure for this answer would be that first you define the bureaucracy. If you know the name of the book, then it is fine. Else, you can just define bureaucracy. Then in the introduction itself, you can mention a small line that he also presented his case, that how it can turn to iron cage, and you can quote some example to it. Then you can start with giving some characteristics or features of bureaucracy. Why? Because when we talk about something, we need to give some introduction about it. If you are starting to talk about bureaucracy, just mention that these were the characteristics or the features told by Max Weber about bureaucracy. Now, in the 10 markers, you have less liberty to present your views. So, use some diagram or some flowchart to describe the characteristics of bureaucracy, as it is not the core demand of the question, but one of the demand of the question that will lead to the core demand. Now, the core demand of the question is there the potential to become iron cage or not? Now you have to start writing the core answer. Now, if you see one answer that is written today by Devendra, I have checked this copy. I will mark this copy so that everyone can look at it. Rupali has also written a good answer, but Devendra has written more suitable answer. If you see his answer, just take a look at the structure of the answer. How he has mentioned that yes, there's a potential of becoming iron cage. Then he quotes some justification along with the examples, that how he told that it could lead to alienation, it could lead to a icy dark moon night which has no morning. These are the keywords that you can add in the answers, and you have to justify with some examples. He could have added more examples and then see how he come to the second part of the answer. That there may be the possibilities when it cannot become when it is not meant to be a iron cage. Then you have to mold down the criticisms, mold down the criticism that Weber encountered by various scholars that criticized his idea of bureaucracy, and mold those criticism into the matter of this answer. See how he has used those criticism as to fulfill the demand of this question. Okay, he has used in the second answer, and I have marked him that he can relate it to the innovations or the individualism that has presented, and it is not the only the rules and regulations that bureaucracy is talking about. In the modern day, it is also talking about free will, individual will that is out of the rationality and towards the humanity. And at the same time, in the conclusion, how can you connect such a static question with a dynamic theme? You in India itself, you can talk about Mission Karm Yogi. What does the Mission Karm Yogi talks about? From the rule based to the role based administration. Can you connect it with the Weber's idea of bureaucracy and this question specifically? That how it is not becoming a iron cage, but it is becoming more and more role based bureaucracy. So Mission Karmyogi would be the perfect example or the culmination of this answer. So this is all about this answer. If any one of you have some doubt, you can ask. Anybody? Okay, so Kabir, do you have something to say about it? Today's answer and today's evaluation process?
Hello, sir.
No, actually, you have.
Hello, Mohit, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Jagdish, please.
Sir, how to explore examples while writing answer? I can't remember examples suddenly, so that is the problem.
Just now, I quoted one example about Mission Karmyogi, and you have seen the Devendra's answer. He has mentioned TN session about when he talks about innovation and individual will. So, seeing these examples from your peer, from your friends who are writing this, you must now experience this and try to inculcate in your answers. Just sit down before writing answer, observe the question, and see what all can you include, and put it in the answer and get it checked. At max, what worst can happen? Your example would be wrong. At worst, only this can happen, but you will learn a lot from this thing, and then you can evolve, and finally you can use the best examples from the society itself, which are around you. So that should be your approach.
Okay. I mean, is there any specifically website or something that examples and this
Newspaper is the best
only source?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Just read the newspaper daily, and just note down from it. Look at the news from the sociological perspective, and you will realize. Keep your syllabus in one hand, PYQs in the other, and in between keep the newspaper. You will yourself realize what it means. That okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
VK is saying to say something. Yes, please. Yes, VK, you were raising your hand. Please talk.
Sir, I want to talk, sir.
Yeah, please.
Hello. Sir, while writing the answers, how can be I different from others, sir?
First of all, I talked about understanding the structure of the question.
Sir.
You show the evaluator.
No, sir. Hello, sir. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to point out that like that. So while writing the answers, how can be I different from us? Because all are reading the same sources, no, sir. So that's why.
That's why I'm telling that First of all, understand the question, and if you are able to put the correct demand of the question, your answer would be different in itself. If you see the answers for this question specifically,
Sir.
some of our friends have taken some help from the specific book or some internet that
Sir.
I can clearly see from the answers.
Okay.
But no problem in that. You can
Sir,
differentiate your answer with the examples and with the keywords of the sociological thought. That you can do. Okay. In,
and also, sir, one thing I would like to think that in paper on writing answers, can we add a current affairs, sir?
yeah, sure. Learn the interoperability. You can use paper one thinker in paper two and vice versa.
Okay,
And same is
that
about the examples.
dynamic examples also included, no, sir?
Yes, you can use dynamic examples in chapter 6 in any of the questions of the thinkers, in any of the questions of research methodologies. There was a question about census in paper 2022 itself.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Kabir, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mohit, you have already explained it in detail, so I won't go into the content and knowledge about that question. But just a few things that I would like to share, that most of the people have knowledge about the concept, but they are unable to write as per the demand of the question. And they are unable to satisfy the demand because they do not have the ready structures, or they do not have the structure or templates for such kind of questions. So I think they have to improve on this part. And second thing is that those answers which I have evaluated, if anyone has a doubt, any kind of doubt, you can you can ask me here only. Otherwise, like Mohit have clarified everything, so no issues.
Okay, sure. If anybody is having any doubt regarding their answers or any concept of Max Weber, else we can discuss something else. I have a plan to share for the aspirants who are writing mains this time. I've shared a 75 days plan with you all, and I will make a separate group for the mains 2023 aspirants, where we will guide them personally, because their interests and their requirements are different from the group right now, because they need to get evaluation and they need to practice more number of questions on a particular day, as writing one answer for someone who is writing mains this year is not a good choice right now. So I will be making a separate group for the 2023 aspirants. Then we will talk about how we will plan the 75 days, as I've already told in the video. So we can have a personalized guidance for them, right? And for the people who are preparing for 2024 and 2025, we have decided to come up with a course, a special course that would be divide the sociology, both the papers, into three parts. The module 1 would talk about only thinkers from paper 1 and paper 2. The module 2 would talk about the overlapping chapters from both the papers, and the module 3 would be talking about all the dynamic aspects of the both the papers. So from moving away from the traditional methods of the teaching, we have developed this methodology where we will teach sociology in three different aspects, and in a way that we can cover whole sociology in about 2 to 2.5 months. So this will save the time of aspirants also, and also they would understand the concept better and in an organized manner. So as the time evolves, we will talk more about it. But for the mains aspirant who are writing mains this year, we will be having a plan for them, and we will be moving forward. So if anybody wants to ask something or anything, just speak out. बात किया करो यार, बोला करो आपस में.
सर
किसी को भी कुछ पूछना है पूछो.
हेलो
Yes, please say your name. Who is speaking?
सर शिवम कुमार.
Yes, Shivam. बताओ.
सर ये 24 के लिए मेंटरशिप का कुछ डिसाइड करते हैं सर. कंटेंट जैसे सर पढ़ा हुआ है सर, लेकिन फिर भी प्रॉब्लम आती है That's why.
So we are planning for that also, a year-long test series evaluation and discussion, one-to-one discussion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have planned three things for immediate 2023, this 75-day plan. Okay. Then we have
Okay.
planned a full course for anybody who is starting sociology from a beginner point of view, and for someone who is writing 2024 mains or like who want just evaluation and mentorship. So we would be doing that for sure. Okay. So Devendra is also with us. He has written a very good answer today. Anybody else want to share something? Want to ask something? Or else let's wind up the session and ready for the tomorrow's question.
Yeah, Mohit, I would request everyone please speak and ask whatever comments we are giving and whatever doubts you have, because just merely reading the comments, I don't think that you are improving and writing good answers. So
Right.
those who are writing, just try to discuss here only that there should be an holistic discussion about the content. That is one part, and the second part is that how we can write the effective content as per the demand of the question. So the whole issue with the mains answer writing is with the structure, maintaining the structure, representation, and writing the relevant points. So just writing and just evaluating is also not a good idea. So whatever course we are starting, I would like to share that rest assured that it will be one-to-one mentorship, where you will get definitely one of the best structures and how to tackle the questions. So in these open sessions only, we are discussing the questions and we are discussing the knowledge part. But those who are writing, so you are doing in one step that you are writing daily, which is a very good thing. But second step is to discuss what you are written, because you are having an advantage that your copies are getting evaluated on the same day. Right, so you know that why you have written that thing, and we also know that why we have commented a specific thing there. So if you discuss that, only you will be benefited from this exercise.
Yes, exactly. Kabir is right. Okay. Let's wind up the discussion if there is no doubt. Okay, Kabir. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Meet you tomorrow.